What's going on, everybody? Hey, listen. So I hit 70 today, but I decided to do 71 burpees instead. I actually recorded myself. I did. I propped the little camera up and, I was like, okay, we're going to do this. And I didn't count the first one fully because I said, hey, listen, maybe I'm not. Oh, this, by the way, this is motivational morning for those of you that are just, coming on and like, well, what is he even talking about? So I'm doing this burpee challenge. Welcome to the morning motivation. And we're going to talk about some of the simple things that hopefully can drive you to success in your morning today, or actually just your day today. Yes, redundancy is key here. Day today. So yeah, so I hit 71. The goal was supposed to be 70, but I accidentally, air quotes, hit that yesterday. We talked about how I was able to hit that benchmark yesterday. So today I hit 71. And the reason why I did it was because I wasn't sure if I skipped a number or if the first one would really count when I was recording myself. So I said, you know what, let's just go ahead and do one more for good measure. Let me tell y'all something. Hitting the mark is one thing, but going past the mark is another. And I'm not talking about going past the mark as far as like, okay, I was supposed to do 70. Now I did 71. No, I'm saying after I was done, my legs almost gave out on me. I think today was probably the first day that I felt like I could not walk. Y'all let me know if y'all ever felt that before. We live, so go ahead and just drop that. Be like, yes, I know exactly what that feels like. Because man, you would think, because it's core, so you would think that it would be up here, in the chest and in the abdominal area, or I think I still said it wrong, and the deltoid, something in like this region right here, bruh. That joint hit me from the inner thighs down. Okay, and it was rough. Not doing it. I mean, doing it was tough too, but it was like that last jump that I did. I almost decided to give out. Okay, so what does that mean? What does that all look like? So, okay, this is what it looks like in real life. Hitting the mark is one thing. I mean, I said it in the description. That's one thing. But what do you do after you hit the mark? What is your follow-up? What is the thing or things that you need to do? Okay, so y'all already know I've been talking about this for the last few weeks now because the journey of the NBA finishes this week. Like this week. As a matter of fact, I can tie that into yesterday's accidental benchmark where I was like, oh my goodness, I hit 70. I didn't even realize. Well, oh my goodness, I'm in the last week and I didn't quite really realize. And the reason why is because I was just taking one week at a time at a certain point, and I stopped looking beyond in the curriculum when the final date was, even though I know the final date is the 21st. But that's not the point. The point is I looked at one of my courses and said, oh, we're done. Like the learning journal is, I finished that. Didn't even realize that I did. I thought there was like a learning journal on top of a learning journal. Don't ask me how. But the point is, I followed through. I was consistent, blah, 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 right? And I hit the mark without even realizing that this particular course is finished. All I have left is this one. So today, I was able to go through the burpees, and the problem wasn't me finishing. It was, what am I going to do? So let's go back to the MBA. I know it feels like I'm jumping around, but we're getting somewhere. The point is this. After I finished my degree, I followed through. I aced it. What's next? That's the follow-up. You're supposed to be getting some sort of, if not a secure job, and y'all know, millennials, we know what the struggle is. Most of us, a lot of us, I should say, have multiple graduate degrees, and we still are struggling. It's a whole nother topic for a whole nother area or a whole nother time. But that's a follow-up though, right? A lot of us will have a degree, but we haven't leveraged it to match what we've gone through, the pain we've gone through in 2 to 4 to 6, maybe 8 years. And now, the career doesn't match the pain, right? Or better yet, for me, individuals like me, where you're like, okay, I'm doing this particular degree because I want to have higher ticket clients. Cool. What is going to be the follow-up to that? And this is what this is about. I think I got one person viewing right now. Great. If you are viewing and you're not on Periscope, please go ahead and comment for me. The point is this: hitting the benchmark, graduating, that's great. But oftentimes we miss the mark of the follow-up. What is your next steps? Think about your next steps before you actually hit the actual benchmark. That's all I'm saying. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this. Let's go back now to the burpees. I had a process still in mind or still in place. I had to take a shower. First of all, I had to get out of my clothes. And all of these things were so difficult today. Like it was tremendously rough, but I had to do it. I mean, the day had to go on. And I think for a lot of us, what we end up doing is we hit the mark, right? We do the burpees, whatever it is, and then we just rest. Like, oh man, this feels so good. I had to keep telling myself, no, get up. No, no. As a matter of fact, I can't show you guys. I'm using my phone. But and Google Photos don't sync properly. So I can't even show you all at least some of it to share my screen to show y'all like the process I was going through. But I'll do that later. Okay, guys. So listen, hit the mark. I'm not even trying to encourage you today to hit the mark. A lot of you know how to hit the mark. I'm talking to people that are like me, right? You know how to do it. You know how to follow through. But it's the follow-up. It's the specific actions, the process that's necessary to now do something with the success that you have hit. Now, I will say this. I will probably argue this. Is it really true success if you do follow through with a task and you don't follow up? Take a look at this. Take a look at this. I'm going to give you the definition of what follow through means. Follow through means to continue an action or task to its conclusion. It's complete. It's to bring to a finish. Follow up means to pursue or investigate something further. So is it really success? Is it really success if you haven't really followed up? I would beg to suggest that it's not true success. True success is being able to, and I'll read it again for you, to pursue or investigate that thing further. Graduating is one thing, guys. Hitting your exercise challenge is another thing. Is one thing. Losing weight is one thing. What are you doing after you've lost the weight? What do you do? You setting up thirst traps? Like, is that what we do? Is that the success? Oh, that's not. Is that well, for some people, I guess it is. What are you doing after you graduate? I mean, it's one thing to wave around a degree. Like when I'm done, I told you guys before, I have to learn how to celebrate the small wins, right? So part of my pursuing something further is I need to celebrate. I need to go in hard. I don't know how we're going to go hard in COVID because right now, things is tight and your boy been quarantining for a minute, right? But you got to do something, right? Something has to happen. And guess what? Even the celebration, that ain't even it. I got to do something. I got to leverage something with the certification, the UX stuff that I did earlier this year, the degree that's being done. Like, what are we doing with this stuff? My goal, the end goal, is to have, and I told you, higher ticket clients in the healthcare space. That is my end goal. And even then, so now I start getting clients, better qualified, let's put it that way, more qualified clients based on the work that I have done in the academic realm and in the project realm. But then what next? Now that you get that, what do you do? Are you going to over deliver? And after you over deliver, what? So in other words, success is really cyclical. There are multiple levels to it. So yes, did you succeed because you graduated? Yes, you did. Did you succeed because you hit an actual exercise challenge? Yes, you did. You did succeed, but your success doesn't stop there. Okay. As a matter of fact, I was going to do it, but I'm not going to do it. I was going to draw something out for you guys. I think this one is pretty simple. Follow through, right? Pursue the thing, complete the thing, then follow up. And as a matter of fact, I'm not going to say pursue because pursue is afterwards. Follow up is to continue it to its conclusion. That's consistency. We talked about that yesterday, right? The follow up is the pursuing it past the thing, investigating something further. And I believe that that's what true success is. True success is in the pursuit past the actual benchmark that you have set. Now, you need to set what those things are. That doesn't come naturally. Get yourself, and guys, after a while, you just keep repeating yourself with the same things that you do for yourself. So this is really, get a journal, get a book, get something, get a planner really, and write down the particular goals. Listen, like y'all think, I got specific goals, guys. And one of the goals, it says, Gain athletic physique at 155 pounds. Listen, I just broke 146 today. I was stalling at 145 for a minute. I couldn't break the plateau. Today I did. Now I didn't take the morning dump, and that may be TMI, but the point is this. And y'all know when y'all work out, like, and y'all trying to gain, and y'all know what the morning dump is. But so that could take off a poundage or two. But the point is this. I have here complete NBA program with a 4.0. Like specific. Make some specific goals, guys. But even with that, I'm not going to put the number here, but I even have what I need to do in order to do after the MBA, and it's to make a certain amount with particular clients. Like, it's there. All right, guys, it's there. So all I'm saying is this. Don't just randomly you can't randomly pursue something or follow up with something if you haven't set the goal to begin with. Okay? Look at that. Email just came in. End of courses. Like we done, guys. Like we are done. We are finished with this program. The question now is, what's next? You need to answer that question for yourself. So write it down. 2021, write down, what does 2021 December 31st look like? I have what 2020 December 31st looks like. I don't have everything checked off. As a matter of fact, I have some things crossed off. Like, the year was a crazy year. So there's some things that I was going to pursue this year. Circumstances happen. Life happens. And you got to adjust. You have to adapt. My boy Jamie talked about that in his most recent YouTube video. Like, you got to be able to be flexible. That's a growth mindset. You got to switch it up. You got to pivot. So I did. And it was meaningful to actually cross off. Like, you have to cross it out, scratch it out to be like, okay, nope, not this year. Or nope, not ever. And just keep it moving. Some goals are like that. You have to learn how to adjust. But the point is, you won't be able to know how to follow through or what to follow through for, follow up. You won't know what to pursue or to investigate further if you don't write it down. If you don't actually pinpoint, articulate, specify, what is it exactly that I'm going to go past the benchmark. So I say this, your follow through is a benchmark. Your follow up is a milestone. Okay, so benchmark and milestones are kind of the same thing, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Following through is completing a task or an action. That's what that is, right? Continuing it until it's completed. Follow through is pursuing or investigating that thing further. So this is a challenge. This is a plea for those of you who might have finished some things this year. You've got 2 weeks left. You got 2 weeks left. How about we start following up with some of the things that we have completed this year? So once again, you graduated, great. That's amazing. I'm about to be there too. What's the follow up? What's next? Is it the job? Is it better clients? Is it pursuing a postgraduate degree? Like, what is your next step? Write it down, write it out, and then start pursuing it. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you. Hey, it's Friday. I can't feel my legs. Actually, I do. I feel them now. And here, okay. And here's the other thing too. The other thing is this. Once you start to push past a certain limit, there are going to be other parts of your body that are going to feel it. Why? That's because you've adjusted the weight or the pressure or whatever it is. So now in the beginning, when I was like, oh my gosh, my chest, oh my gosh, my arms, I can't feel them. Now it's my legs. So perhaps it means, I'm no exercise expert, but perhaps it means, guys, that I'm using a different part of my body to actually complete the exercise. And that is sometimes what is going to happen in your day-to-day. You won't be able to use the same set of resources or tools or probably people to get to the next level. So you have to adjust. My body did that for me. My body said, the arms, nope, your arms are good. We straight. Like your core, you need to work. Them legs is what's going to carry you today. And I don't know, maybe it's because I was recording myself. So I was like, man, I'm not jumping that high. So maybe I was jumping a little higher today. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. That could be it. But the point is, I was following up. Follow up, guys. Okay, I'm done. Y'all just got on when I'm done. Man, now I want to stay on longer. But I can't because this is also streaming on some other stuff. So, but if y'all got questions, holla at your boy because, I really want to discuss this thing if y'all want to about following through versus following up. And for those of you that just came in, following through is continuing a task to its completion. Following up is pursuing or investigating that task further. One is a benchmark, the other one is a milestone. Yes, both are successes, but perhaps your success isn't true success if you just hit the benchmark, but you don't do something after the benchmark. Graduating, cool. You got a job, got better clients, then is it really success? Finished exercising, cool. But what are you doing now? Lost weight, cool. But what are you doing now? You got equipment and lighting and all of this stuff, cool. What do you do? Listen. So guys, listen, I'm saying stuff that's just my life. I'm not bringing up random examples. Mind you, losing weight was never my issue. It was really gaining weight. So, it would be the reverse for me, right? So, but that's the whole thing. What is the point? What is the point? What is the reward? What is the motivation behind all of the things that you're trying to do? If you have a really good planner, it'll show you that. You got a really good planner. I just said I was going to be done, right? You got a really good planner. It's going to ask you, what are your key motivations, right? And then rank your key motivations. It's going to tell you what are the next steps. List the first few actions you need to take and to reach your goal. Like, these things are going to happen, but they can only happen if you write them down and if you understand the motivation. So if you're like, oh man, I don't know how to follow up, ask yourself, well, what is the reason for me doing this to begin with? You start to realize that the goal isn't really the big picture. There's a vision beyond the actual goal. It's just another step to the thing. And that's where follow up becomes a little bit easier. All right, guys. So I think for the future with these morning motivations, maybe perhaps it will be more so me trying to find the inspiration in the ordinary. For a lot of us, we're still at home. And so I'm looking at our kitchen right now, bruh. And this might be one for next week. So there's a hole in a pipe, I guess, for a long time. And so in order to find the hole, they had to break up around the house. They had to break through the kitchen. Bro, we ain't got no sink right now. So, I mean, there's a whole half of the kitchen that's just gone, bro. Like it's gone. We're going to have to go old school country and, be cooking and washing this stuff outside, bro. Like, it's crazy out here, right? The point is this, though. There's an object lesson in that ordinary. This happened overnight. This happened yesterday. And we didn't expect that. So what I'm saying is perhaps I think that's where we might shift these morning motivations, where it's just stuff that's just happening, the normal stuff of life, and just trying to not overthink or be overly deep, but just to look at the simple things that are happening, the ordinary things. And then, we just talk about those things. All right. Y'all have a great weekend. Love y'all.